This video covers my first attempt at transplanting trees, and all 4 of them survived. It's been 2 months, and I call that a transplanted tree. Here's how I did it. So yesterday was the first day of spring. We had a lot of rain, so I've heard that's good for moving trees. And the trees are getting little buds on them. They've been growing here for about 2 years, just a square that I didn't mow. I had a burn pile, and they love the nutrients from that burn pile. I want to see about moving some of them over there. I tried moving trees back in 2019, but that didn't go too well. I did it at the wrong time, but I was putting up that big shed, and I would either have to move them or get rid of them, and I wanted to give them a chance to live somewhere else. They didn't really move that well though. But yeah, this is probably a better time to do this since they don't have leaves on them. So we have these maples, which are growing very tall, way taller than me. This is the tallest. And then we have this black walnut, which I believe is a stolon growing off one of the roots from that tree, which has been damaged. I do not wish to accidentally cut the root going to that stolon because it might not grow so fast. I have high hopes for this stolon to grow very fast. It was like that high at the beginning of last year, and then it just shot up. So being connected to such a large root network seems to do a good job of speeding up its growth. These ones, well, yeah, they're a bit short. There were some shorter ones over here that I mowed over because they were way too short. This is after 2 years of growth. It's not very much, not compared to that. Now I assume because they don't have any leaves that they can recover quite well. Whenever you cut a sapling's roots and they have leaves, they have to keep all those leaves alive, and they struggle to get enough nutrients. Let's start with this sapling, and then these 2 are so close together. I'll keep those together. Maybe we could even like braid them together, see how they grow together. And then these 2 can stick together. And then these 2 or 4 or whatever those are, can be in one thing too. So let's move 4 sets of trees while trying not to cut any of the root that comes from this one. Oh, come on. Seriously? For fuck's sake. There's so much clay down there. It's difficult. Come on, fuck off. What? Where's the rifle from? Trees are too close together. Oh yeah, so fucking simple. Anyway, it's a shame that my long-handled, or my really like trench shovel died, because I just can't get underneath there with this smaller one. I'd have to really dig around a lot. But now it's just time to decide where to put it in the yard. I figure since I accidentally didn't get it as big of a root ball as I wanted, putting it down below the layer of grass would make sure that it doesn't dry out. Now what I'm also going to do is take a paper brick and prop it upright. I've done this for quite a few trees already. It seemed to work quite well. And it only takes like a week or so for it to just stay like that naturally without the brick. Now these three groups, this one, and that one. I think this one might be easiest to get out first, and that one. And then finally we'll do the tallest one. Okay, that's the black walnut root. I'm not going to cut that. Yeah, that's the black walnut. Okay. Oh, come on. If this was actually soil, not clay, it'd be better. Oh, I guess I'm getting this tree instead. Fuck. Why does this dirt not come up with it? Fine. Piece of shit tree. Yeah, like I'm done with even dealing with trying to resuscitate trees that have lost their roots, because fuck it, just fuck it. So do they have like a taproot type thing? I got it there with the shovel, but it wouldn't cut because my shovel's not long enough. Weird. Oh. That might be it. Now this part of the yard is always very, well, it grows like crazy and I have to mow it a lot. And so I assume, since if the grass likes it, this area, I guess there's a lot of moisture, then surely the tree should enjoy it too. Hard to find that last root. I'm thinking I might make a tool custom for digging up trees. It'd be like a trench shovel, but the end will be serrated, and so it'll have like teeth. So it won't just go away from a root, it'll actually go through a root. It'll lock onto it. That'll be good. And the handle would actually be flat for hammering. Aha! I don't need to fix my shovel. I just went and found it. These wood things always end up going. Because this is effectively what I want. It's just a handle that I can hammer and break the roots. Might not be strong enough, but we shall see. Come on. Oh, we got a root there. Oh. A lot better, but not too sharp. It's just sharp enough for a shovel. Well, that went right through. I see it leaning that way, so I think it's twisting. I decided right here. I don't want to put them in like a line or anything. I want them to be kind of disoriented a little bit. And so they don't grow to be just like a row of trees. They'll be like a zigzagging a little bit. Oh, look how heavy this log is. Might see about twisting these around each other, but I don't know. Hard to tell. Oh. You know, this fourth tree that that I abandoned, well, let's see if it has a chance. I'm not hopeful for it, but let's stick it right here where I had a tree before, but it died. Now this soil is very, very clayish, so I'm going to get some of that other soil that the trees were growing in, put it there. During dry days, I'll find my bucket that I had, that I drilled a hole in. I fill it up, and the water trickles out of that hole for an hour or so, and then it helps it soak in instead of run off too quickly. So that was 2 hours of work, and might be time to retire this pair of double insulated winter jeans, work jeans, because I'm burning up. But it's also been quite warm, very warm for March, whatever it is, and March 21st, I believe. 2 hours of work. I learned a lot. I got better at the end. I'm glad that I saved that big tree for the final one, because that was my biggest maple, and I'm very hopeful that it'll survive quite well. The other two that are over there should be fine too, and that one, we'll see if it survives. If not, it's in the spot where I'll just keep growing something and until something grows. Now as for oaks, from what I've heard, they have like a taproot that goes straight down. And so the oak that I'm growing, I've just went ahead and planted it in the spot where I want it. And I don't plan to ever move that. It would be smarter to actually let things grow where you want them, because then you don't have to move them. But I also feel a little bit bad saying where a tree can go. I kind of like how a tree will just spring up somewhere. Maybe somewhere you wouldn't really think about, and it just kind of works. Maybe kind of remove some of the magic. Not really magic, but just like in California, every single tree that you see in like the Bay Area was placed there by somebody, and so it's like geometrically aligned. And you can tell, like, oh, that was probably put there 35 years ago or 40 years ago. If I randomize it a little bit, like those two ones in the front, they are quite in a row that follows the sidewalk. They obviously were put there on purpose. That one is obviously put on the corner on purpose. This one is a bit away from the corner, just kind of in the middle. Looks more natural, just kind of being in the middle of the yard. Because I almost had to go against what I want. You would want to put it at the end of your yard so you don't lose any of your yard. But bringing it into the yard a little bit, well, first of all, it makes it more manageable to where the neighbor doesn't have to deal with the branches as much. But it also makes it seem like it's not quite like I'm trying to shun it to the end of the property, maybe. I don't know. I'm not quite so well versed in the existential nature of the placement of trees, but oh well. Yeah. So it's been about 3 weeks now, I guess? 3 or 4 weeks?
Yeah. Oh yeah, look at the little buds.
Oh, look at this. We got some here.
Oh yeah, it's growing.
So at least I didn't kill them.
There's buds all over the place.
Yeah. Oh, I even see a white bud over here.
Did you say at least I didn't kill them?
Yeah. That one I might have killed. But,
oh yeah, that's doing just fine.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Well, let's look at that one.
This is the one I worry about the most, but,
Did you water them good?
no, but it rained a lot. So, oh, there we are. So this one survived.
Well, this one...
It's a little less, but oh well.
There's little buds growing.
Some of those were there before.
Oh, okay.
But they were smaller, like some of these tiny ones up here. But these definitely have grown. So
well, they're of a decent size too, so they're probably a little more resilient than a little one would have been.
well, it's been 2 months, and I'll call this a huge success. These trees look as if they weren't even moved. So doing them right at the start of spring seems to have been the perfect time. Now, of course, they are young trees, and so their leaves are tiny, but they might get bigger throughout the year. I don't really know. This is their 3rd year. They're 2 years old. The one that lost all of its soil is a little bit weaker, but it still looks perfectly fine. Keeping soil obviously is a good thing, but I guess it's not too bad to lose it. The walnut tree is finally growing up. It's gonna shoot up. Those things just grow so fast, and they make great wood too. But you know, these ones are fine too. Well, that's a very long dandelion. Look at that. That is really nice. You know, I kind of made a little circle in here. I really like this. My own personal forest. Maybe next year we can transplant those ones somewhere. But until then, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you very much for watching. See ya. Look how beautiful these trees are going. Makes me happy. Very happy.